It's the Miami Marlins going up against the Atlanta Braves. Festivities are wrapping up. This place is rocking. The home opener is coming up next. John Shabby and Chris Singleton with you. The cameras are out for this one, partner. Home openers are unique and always bring a special type of energy to the ballpark.
Boog, today is a celebration. It is the beginning of a new year, and there's no other game like this one on the schedule. It's the first time playing inside your home stadium with your brand new teammates, and you know the fans are going to bring the energy. The excitement is already building in here.
All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. Just about set to go now. And today's starter, Reynaldo Lopez.
Well, the key for him usually centers around his ability to command all 4 of his pitches. I mean, he can get by with 3 if one isn't working, but it becomes a little tougher to keep hitters guessing, especially when you start to get through the second and third time through the order. So we'll see how he incorporates all of his stuff into this one.
Otto Lopez, the leadoff batter as he swings through it for strike 1. The 0-1. Yeah, that's fouled off. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
He's really good hitting the baseball the other way, so credit the pitcher for having him out in front of that pitch. Clearly, he had him fooled.
And now the DH, Griffin Conine. Lopez, a former All-Star. He features a 4-seam fastball, a slider, a curve, and he works in a changeup. One down, base is empty. In the air, left field. Profar hauls it in, and there's 2 away. And let's take a look at the lineup. Singy, we're looking at a young lineup here. Not much experience, but they're going to bring a lot of energy to the field.
Yeah, and that's just it, Boog. We expect this lineup to play hard no matter what. They are an exciting group to watch.
2 outs, base is empty. Xavier Edwards, the next up for the Marlins. This one in the air, right field. Acuna has it sized up, nabs it, and that's the 3rd out. Half inning complete. We've got no score. Back here with my pal Singy and today's starting pitcher, Ryan Weathers.
Well, last year kind of around the league average in terms of ERA, and you know what? That's why you have 5 different spots in the starting rotation. You've got to have people round things out, and not everyone's going to pitch like a number 1 or number 2 every outing or every season. But last year, he gave his team an opportunity and a chance to win every time he took the mound on average. And when you look at that kind of performance, it has a place on every ball club.
Fouled off. He was late.
No, here's a player who hits the ball a mile when he connects. In fact, Acuna is the first player in the StatCast era to hit 10 straight home runs, all traveling more than 420 feet. He's not exactly just clearing the fences out there.
And there's a ball.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
That one the other way. Makes the grab, 1 away. Here's Brian Snitker's lineup for the Braves. All right, Singy, how about all the talent in this lineup?
Well, there's a lot of young talent in this lineup. I think as they gel together, gain some maturity over the course of this season, they could be playing October baseball.
So digging in, Michael Harris II.
He's hitting for that pop. Came out of the gates really strong.
And a foul ball. 1 out, base is empty. And there's a foul ball. Struck him out looking.
Frustrating end to the at-bat for the hitter, and I'm sure that's going to sit on him for a little while. You want to be ready to hit the fastball. Sometimes you can overthink things, and I think that was the case right there.
Marcell Ozuna now at the plate as he swings through strike 1. This to third, but that rolls foul. And a pitch. This one chopped up the middle. Slings to first. 3 up, 3 down, inning over. Braves go down quickly here. Scoreless after 1. Top of the second. Now the third baseman, Connor Norby. Lopez back to work. Lopez in his 8th season, 31 years old, and he was selected to the All-Star game last year. Strike 2. Clyde Washington with home plate duties in this one.
A little bit of a low zone move from Clyde. Nothing crazy, though. Pitchers that work consistently down around the knees and are able to command their off-speed stuff tend to have some pretty good success with him back there behind the plate.
Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Well, he's got great strikeout stuff on the mound, doesn't he? I mean, double-digit strikeouts in his last start, and he's just racking them up again in this one. This guy can really dominate a game out there. Not a fun assignment for any lineup.
Jonah Bride at the plate now. That's ball 1. Second inning here, no score. This one in the air. Murphy makes the grab. 2 down.
This lineup's going to have to find a way to make him work a little harder out there on the mound. I mean, he is just mowing them down. He's settling in. You got to make him uncomfortable. Maybe step out of the box, call timeout, do whatever it takes.
And first offering is fouled off.
This is a hitter who takes his game to another level, playing at night.
2 down, nobody on. That one pushed foul, out of play off to the left. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. Nothing doing for the Marlins. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Back here at Truist Park, home of the Braves since 2017. These fans didn't experience a home postseason game a year ago, but the Braves did qualify as a wild card team before getting swept by the Padres.
Yeah, that was a tough series for Atlanta. They played a doubleheader for seeding purposes the day after the regular season was scheduled to finish.
The Braves did reach the postseason, but they had to fly cross-country to Petco Park to play the Padres. Plus, they lost Chris Sale going into the final weekend of the season. That was a tough blow.
Yeah, no doubt. Injuries were a huge part of the Braves story in 2024. Everyone is hoping for better luck this season, that's for sure.
On the ground, right side. Whips it to first. 1 up, 1 down.
Good fade and sinking action of that changeup. Got that hitter to roll over.
Ozzie Albies up to the plate. Albies launched a homer in his most recent game. He swings and misses at the first pitch. 0-1. Foul ball there. Line drive. Hill makes the catch, and there's 2 away. Austin Riley at the plate. Singing, you can't ask for anything more. This guy checks all the boxes offensively.
He's the ultimate professional, and it doesn't just start at game time. It starts in the afternoon, the way he prepares and gets ready for the ball game. I tell you what, his teammates feed off of the leadership that he shows on and off the field.
0-1. Hot shot to first base, and he snags it to end the inning. So they make short work of him there. We head on now to the top of the 3rd. No score. And we're back. And here's the catcher, Agustin Ramirez. On the ground, out to short. Throw on to Olsen, and a quick out, number 1. And now for the Marlins, Graham Pauley. In the air, left field, down the line. Profar makes the grab, and there's 2 gone. Derek Hill, the next up for the Marlins. He has consistently been one of the best in the sport against lefties, and yet the righties give him trouble. You know, you don't want to be labeled as that guy, but the numbers say what they say. Late on that fastball.
Oh, he's a good player, but if he wants to be great, he's going to have to figure it out against right-handed pitchers. There's so many right-handers in the game that you're going to see them one after another. So you would imagine with that many looks, Boog, that the adjustments got to be coming soon.
And down on strikes. And it's a 3-up, 3-down inning. 9 straight retired here to start the game. We're tied, 0-0. Back here at the ballpark, coming off a series where they were red hot at the plate, and a look at the numbers. Ryan Weathers will get back to work. Just missed. Profar, who hails from Curacao, same place that produced Andrew Jones. Ball to strike. The pitch. Tosses to the pitcher, covering the bag. Quick recovery from the misplay, pays off for the out. So here's Murphy now. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Still tied at 0, last of the 3rd. Out to center. Hill should have this one. And there's 2 away. Nick Allen next up for the Braves. First pitch doesn't find the zone. And he swings and lifts one to deep center field. Back there. And gone. Out to the deepest part of the field. All muscle to center field. His first homer of the year. The Braves score first. It's 1-0.
Boog, his plan was to hit the ball hard, and he was going to figure out the rest later. You can't argue with those results. Well, he put a really nice swing on that one, and everything was on time, took a direct path to the ball, excellent extension, and just drove it out of here. Nothing better than when the ball jumps off your bat like that.
So the lineup flips over. Ronald Acuna Jr. next up for the Braves. Tap back to the mound. Handles, throws to first, They get the out on Acuna, and that will end the inning. Braves get one on the big fly. It's now 1-0. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Start of the fourth. Now it's the second baseman, Otto Lopez. Check swing, called strike.
0-1.
Oh, 2 now. Goes down looking.
Oh, there's a 3-pitch strikeout. He can do whatever he wants with the baseball right now.
Griffin Conant, the next up for the Marlins. He's 0 for 1. Fouled off to the right. Swings through that one out in front that time.
You know, Bruce, every team has a hitters meeting pregame, but this lineup seems way too anxious, aggressive. You wonder what they talked about.
One down, base is empty. And a foul ball, he stays alive.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with a fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
That right there is one of those breaking balls that you swing through and you feel like you should have done something with it or at least spoiled it away. But when it's breaking in on you like that, if the spin is tight enough, it can actually tie you up.
And the batter will be the shortstop, Xavier Edwards. Flied to right his first time. And a foul ball. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Profar gets under it. He's got it, and that'll end the inning. And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom of the inning. Now, Michael Harris II. Just missed.
That's the ball. 1 ball, no strike.
Swung on, belted. That's back. And in one hops the wall. Into second easily with a leadoff double.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Got a good pitch to drive, stayed short with his bat path to the ball and caught it out front, and he stayed long in his follow through. That's how you split the gap, and that's pretty much a double every time.
Swing and a foul straight back. On the ground to short. The throw to first. One out in the bottom of the fourth.
That's what a good sinker's designed to do. Get a guy to roll over a little bit, hit the ball on the ground, kill some worms while you're at it.
Yeah, the batter now, Matt Olson. 0 for 1. He grounded out in his first at bat. Late on that fastball.
But right now, this battery is seeing the aggressiveness of the hitters early in the count and often. So got to be real careful that you don't give too good of a pitch, especially early in the count.
On to first. And Olson is set down. Here is Ozzie Albies up to hit. He's 0 for 1.
Albies.
Now this is in the air down the line, and that's a foul ball. Albies tries to hold up, appeal to first, didn't go. And a big swing and a miss.
1 and 10.
2 outs and a runner at third. We're here in the bottom of the fourth. And right back to the mound. Tosses to first, and Albies is retired. And the inning is over. Braves strand one, but they're on top 1-0. Back here in Atlanta, and now Connor Norby. You talk about the power and the speed together.
Well, we knew he was going to be a stud just coming up, making his way through the minor leagues, and quickly at this level, an impact player.
And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. Norby, 24 years old, and he was a second-round pick in 2021. That one lifted to left. Profar has a beat on it. Makes the grab, 1 down. Jonah Bride, the next up for the Marlins. First time up was a pop out. That's in there, and it's 0-1.
Now, this guy is just filling up the strike zone right now. Don't want to get yourself in an 0-2 hole. You better be ready to pull the trigger on the first pitch.
The Fish yet to pick up a hit here.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
There's a swing and a drive. This one could be trouble. Around first and hustling for second. And it's a double. Their first hit in this one.
He was all over that one. He got that front foot down, and pitch recognition was on point. Pretty impressive for an 0-2 count. Now a pretty big at bat coming up with a chance to even this ball game up.
Swing and a foul out of play. Lopez gets the swing and the miss, and he's up to 7 strikeouts.
Well, he's been racking up the strikeouts, and what's so impressive, not walking anyone. I mean, this guy's just going right after hitters, filling up the strike zone, and it looks like hitters, they're trying to think with him, but they just are a pitch behind. Dominating stuff out there on the mound.
And here is Agustin Ramirez. Man at second. That pitch clips the outside corner, and the count is 0-2. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Now he steps off and looks it back to second. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Well, this guy competes hard. We see the emotion there. I love it. Great job of getting out of the jam.
Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point. Weathers back to work. Rolled softly, but that goes foul.
You know, these Braves, simply put, are producing a lot of quality swings. They've hit 7 line drives already, and even though some of them have been for outs, there's nothing wrong with delivering consistent, hard contact. That's almost always going to lead to positive results.
Flashes the leather on the run and catch. And there's one away.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
Profar in the box now. No balls and a strike.
Well, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
Line drive, base hit. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single. Here's Sean Murphy, 0 for 1 with a fly out to center. Swing and a high fly ball right field. Sanchez gets under it. Makes the grab for the second out.
Up next for the Braves, the shortstop, Nick.
Digging in, Nick Allen. He's already homered in this game. And that is downstairs. And that's ball one.
Oh, he's got to be pretty proud of this outing so far. Sometimes guys cower coming into a ballpark like this, but he's attacked hitters. Pitching on the road like this is very impressive. This has been a treat to watch.
Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95. And he hits a ground ball right side. Lopez. That's out number 3. One left for Atlanta. They lead it 1-0. Top of the 6th inning. And at the plate for Miami, Graham Pauley. Out to short. Throw on to Olsen. And that's 1 out as they get the leadoff hitter in the 6th.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution. You know, this guy's great speed is in the back of that pitcher's mind. If he can get on, it's going to give him one more thing he's got to think about.
Swing and a foul back, and that's out of play. The Braves leading by a run, and we're in the top half of the 6th. Next offering in there for a strike, and it's 0-2. Stays alive. Swings and misses, struck him out. And Chris, that's a way to neutralize his speed by keeping him off base.
And the defense breathes a sigh of relief because he puts pressure on everyone if he can put the ball in play. But that's how you do it. Keep him off balance, get him out of there, and deal with the next guy.
Here's the second baseman, Otto Lopez. A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1.
The offense needs to start showing some fight against this starter. He's doing his thing out there. They're going to have to push back at some point and make him work a little bit harder.
And that one hammered. That skips over the fence, so it's an automatic double.
Well, there's something really nice about getting yourself an automatic double like that. You get to stroll into second base without having to worry about a throw or getting your uniform dirty. And now you're just looking for the next hitter to kind of do the same thing. Maybe put one in the gap so you can jog home as well.
So runner at second, 2 down. And the batter now, Griffin Conine. 0 for 2 in this one. And that one fouled off.
As a pitcher, you know the runner on second is ready to push things with his speed. A base hit is probably going to be a big run, so you really have to execute on the mound.
And strike 2.
It really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
Got him. And that K brings him into double digits for the game.
Sometimes he wears the emotion on the sleeve, but that's okay.
Back at Truist Park. Well, we go bottom 6. Here's Ronald Acuna Jr. at the plate. Swings here and drives one well left field. Way back, and you can forget it. He circles the bases, and they add to the lead. It's 2-0.
Love to see a hitter aggressive on the first pitch of an at-bat. You watch him from the on-deck circle, so when you step in the box, you're ready to pull the trigger wherever it's at. Really good job by the hitter. Total conviction on that swing.
Now the Marlins manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move to the pen. Ryan Weathers will depart. Just never found his groove. Wasn't able to settle in. New arm coming on. Back in a moment. So the Marlins go with a new arm, Declan Cronin. This is his 5th appearance of the year. Michael Harris II. Next up for the Braves, 1 for 2. Base hit.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Marcell.
Here's Marcell Ozuna. He's grounded out a couple of times. Tapped at the plate, but it's a foul ball. 1 on, nobody out. A run in here in the bottom of the 6th. Ground ball left side, and foul ball. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Well, that right there is just a pitcher's pitch. Tailing away from the hitter, low and away with some good action at the end. You know, even if he gets the bat to that ball, it's probably just a weak ground ball to the opposite side. Tell you what, that's a tremendous 2-strike pitch.
Grounder might be 2. Acrobatic throw for 1. Back to first, and it's over his head. And it's going to wind up out of play.
Well, no trouble getting the double play started, but clearly some trouble on that return throw to first. I'm not sure if the runner going into second had a part in that or if it was something like a bad transfer. Either way, could have been 2 outs, but instead, they got to work around a runner in scoring position now.
And here comes Ozzie Albies to the dish. That one ripped right center field. It's off the top of the wall. Runner from second crosses the plate, and they're up by 3.
Went up there looking to be aggressive and got something he could handle. Anytime you smoke a ball off the wall, you kind of think about what it could have been, but obviously you have to be happy with that result.
Man in scoring position with 2 away. Austin Riley getting ready to hit. Swing and a ground ball, and that's just foul. On the ground to third, Norby. That ends the inning, and they limit the damage. And we're back. We go to the top of the 7th, and now Xavier Edwards. On the ground. Over to first, and they get the leadoff hitter in the 7th.
If you want to be a great defense, you have to deliver consistently. It doesn't matter how many highlight reel plays you make if you can't execute the small stuff, just like we saw.
Norby now in the box, comes up empty with a swing there. That just misses, and 1-1.
This pitcher's done a good job of disrupting the hitter's timing with the mix of pitches and changing speeds. You want to keep that front foot inconsistent for the batter. Their swings are hesitant, and that's exactly what you want on the mound.
1 down, base is empty. Gets a piece and stays alive.
So what we're seeing is a lineup that's just out of sync with the pitcher. They're guessing wrong and their timing's off. Well, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through 1 more inning, anything after that, a hitter or 2 is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
In plenty of time to first, 2 up, 2 down.
Those plays can be tricky. They're routine, but that doesn't mean it's always going to be smooth. He delivered a good play right there.
2 down, bases empty. Jonah Bride, the next up for the Marlins. And first offering is fouled off.
Looked like you got a little excited on that fastball. Got to think to yourself, I want to stay up the middle. That way, if you're a little bit early, you hit it out of the ballpark. If you're a little late, opposite field knock.
Got him looking. That's a strikeout. Another scoreless inning, and now that's 7 shutout frames. It's the Braves 3 and the Marlins nothing. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Ronnie Enriquez.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Here's Profar now.
The left fielder, Jurickson. Profar.
Profar gets a piece there. That one almost got him.
1-1.
The 1-1. Gets under it and pops it up. Ramirez puts it away for the out.
Boy, that was a hanging breaking ball right there. I think he tried to do a little bit too much. Sometimes those eyes can get really big. I think his swing broke down as well, and that's what caused him to pop it up.
So up next, Sean Murphy. And first offering is fouled off.
Well, pretty clear to me. He was trying to go deep right there, but you got to get a pitch that you can handle.
In the air, left field, down the line. That gets down for a hit.
Well, I'm not saying that play was easy, but it was harder than it needed to be thanks to the bad jump. Those small moments can be costly.
And next for Atlanta, Nick Allen. He blasted one out earlier in the 3rd.
Just a solo home run, but an important swing of the bat in this game. We've already seen him do it once. Can he do it again?
Luke behind second, hauls it in for the out.
The right fielder, number 13, Ronald Acuna Jr.
There's a strike.
Some hitters are just more confident if they can track that first pitch out of the hand of the pitcher. They don't care if they fall behind 0-1.
It's softly on the ground to third, and that's a foul ball. Line drive, and that should be extra bases. Murphy around second on his way to third, and that's a double.
Seems like he got exactly what he was looking for right there. That's about as textbook as it gets. Got his stride and load out of the way early. He stayed inside that ball and squared it up out front. Man, that was like he was in the cage hitting off a tee.
Now in for the Braves, Michael Harris II. And that is out of play.
Well, he's so good about trying to drive the ball to the opposite field gap in these situations. If he takes that approach, he could bust this game wide open.
Murphy on third. Acuna at second with 2 gone. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. 1 run is in. Here's the throw to the plate. He beats it safe. It's 5-0.
Nicely done. Brings home two. Timing on the swing was good. Able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off.
Now the Marlins manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move to the pen. Ronnie Enriquez is done, and he's responsible for the runner on second. So the book is... Seth Martinez comes on now.
And with the big deficit on the scoreboard, he almost has to just put that out of his mind. Every outing matters for relievers and their numbers, but I think it's tough to get up for this type of appearance the same way you would for one in a close game.
Here comes Ozuna up to the plate. In the air, center field. Hill snags it, and that'll do it. They get 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and 1 left. We look ahead to inning number 8. It's the Braves 5 and the Marlins nothing. New inning getting started, and now for the Marlins, Jesus Sanchez. Lopez back to work. Right through there for a strike. Lopez into his 8th inning of work, Singy. He's been good.
Yeah, he's the type of guy that gets better as he gets deeper into the ball game. If you're going to get to him, you get to him early. They didn't do that today. We'll see what happens as this finishes.
Pitch count in great shape. It seems he might have a chance to finish it. And down on strikes he goes. Now it doesn't strikeouts for him in this one.
Well, they've had a great plan of attack for him tonight. I mean, finding all the holes in his swing and his approach, just frustrating for him up there. You strike out a guy 3 times in a game, I think that guy's got to go back and really study some video with his hitting coach, figure out how they're beating him, make this adjustment really quick, because word will get around the league in a hurry.
Way out front for strike 2. Lopez fires outside low, and the count is 1-2. Ground ball right side, and it's through for a hit.
Now back, the left fielder, Graham.
1 down. Now the left fielder, Graham Pauley. Swing and a miss. 0-1.
0-1.
And it's fouled away.
This guy's seen 2 changeups in a row. Could be a little vulnerable for a fastball right here.
Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. Swings and misses. That's a baker's dozen strikeouts for him in this game.
I'm not sure that was the exact location the pitcher wanted, but it worked. He got the swing and miss, and I'm sure a bit of sigh of relief after seeing that one go through the zone.
Hill in the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a called strike. Splits the plate. No balls, 2 strikes.
And at bat like this is almost over as it begins. In this situation, you have no idea what the next pitch is going to be. You just got to hope that you can make contact.
Ramirez off of first with 2 away. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again.
Man, he'd like to have that pitch back.
In the air, right field, and makes the grab. And that is that. Marlins leave 1. Still looking at that 5-0 deficit.
pitching for
Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Anthony Bender.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleeding and keep the score right where it is. Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
Out into left center for a line drive base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning. So digging in, Ozzie Albies.
Drove it off the wall last time, just missed out on a home run.
That misses the zone. 1-0.
1 ball, no strike.
Just missed.
When you get ahead in the count, there's no doubt that the success rate goes up, and that's what he's been doing. It's made a big impact for him in recent games.
The 2-0 is in for a strike. Miami's bullpen with some action. Calvin Fauché, the young right-hander, up and throwing. That one fouled off. Nobody out. Runner at first. That one missed.
That pitch was pretty borderline at the top of the zone, and he's not digging the call out there on the mound. Clearly pretty frustrated, so he's going to have to collect himself a little.
Fouls it back with 2 strikes. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Not the start to this inning he was hoping for on the mound. Now he's going to have to really dial it up against the bottom part of this lineup to get out of this jam.
First and second, no outs. So here's Riley now. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
1-0.
That catches the corner.
1 ball, 1
First
strike.
and second, no outs. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Grounded to third. Could be 2. 1 at second. Not in time at first. It's a fielder's choice. Profar climbs in on that left side. 1 for 3. In the air, left side, Paulie. Sizing this one up. He's there. He's got it. Runner tags for home. The relay. And he's out. Cut down, and that ends the inning.
Man, you don't see that very often.
We go to the 9th. Stepping in, Otto Lopez.
I mean, his pitch efficiency, ability to get ahead in the count, at times pitch to contact, let the defense work behind him. That's why he's still in the game here in the 9th inning.
And a breaking ball misses outside. You just don't see it that much anymore. A guy being this efficient and getting this deep into the game.
I wonder if he's going to be able to close it out. There's just something about that 9th inning. But being at under 100 pitches, he's still got plenty of fuel left in the tank.
Fouls it off. Still 1-2. Strike 3, struck him out for the 3rd time today. A big performance on the mound. Lots of strikeouts. That was number 14.
Yeah, clearly trusting his stuff in this one, Boog. Feeling really good about what he's working with, and that really allows a guy to attack hitters. You know, such an important mindset to have out there on the mound, especially when you're ahead in the count with 2 strikes.
Now here is Griffin Conine. Profar settles under it. Makes the grab. And a couple of quick outs. So it's their last chance in this one. Xavier Edwards, the next up for the Marlins. Out in front with the swing, and that is strike 1.
Well, this manager knows that his players are just trying to do too much. Everybody needs to just take a deep breath, relax, and let it naturally happen.
Next offering is in for a strike. The Marlins down to their final strike. Got him, and that's the ball game.
It has become increasingly difficult to throw a complete game shutout because of all of the offensive prowess that these hitters are showing around the league today. But he had total command of this game, and he saw it all the way through to the end. Nice win.
5-0 the final in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. Thanks for joining us.